Hello everyone, Brian here again. This time we're doing a quick review on the CRKT Crawford Kasper folding knife. This blade, it holds quite a bit of a sentimental value to me, and I'll explain in a moment. And so without further ado, here it is. This is the CRKT Crawford Kasper, and this was the first folding knife I bought in 1998 when I first moved to California. It was one of those gifts I bought myself when I first moved there. You know, I mean, hell, you moved across the country, you got to get yourself something, right? So why not a knife? Anyways, had it since then. I used it from '98 till late 2005, and it was actually the everyday carry that I used on my security patrol job that I was doing. I was an armed guard at one time, and this blade never failed me once, and I'm quite certain it still won't fail me. The only difference is that it's really difficult to sharpen now. The blade has worn out quite a bit. I think I've shaved off maybe half an inch of metal by now. And they have much different versions of it. They even have a bigger version which has which is an overall length of 9.25 inches in length, but it's still using the same steel, which is 8CR14 mauve. So if you're thinking about getting a good folding knife that has a really good safety, I would actually recommend this. It's a non-spring assisted, and like I said, the safety is pretty much where it's at. So here we go. My particular blade, because of its age, it's a little more difficult to open than normal. You can see I'm missing a couple of screws here, and I'm missing one up on there. I've gone to the hardware store, and they can't find anything that'll match up perfectly to that. So before anybody asks, that's the reason why I haven't replaced them yet. Here we go. Alright, so there's the blade, all in its scratched up, well-used glory. You can see here in the serrations on the back side of it, they are well worn out. I mean, they're not even functional anymore. If I were to flip it around the other end here, you can see up here how worn out they are. The blade used to come out to about maybe here. I've snapped the tip off twice and had to resharpen the tip twice. That's where I met the blacksmith I have now. Real good guy. Lives out here in Trucking now. He used to live in the Bay Area. And there it is, the Crawford Kasper. Now, we tried to sharpen it for this video, but he said to me, it comes to a point when a blade just cannot be sharpened anymore without changing the design of the blade itself again. It's already gone through that a few times. You can see here the handle has been scratched up. I even have a chunk of handle missing there. Not exactly sure how that really happened. Here's the safety that I'm ranting and raving about. Safety is off actually now. So when I deploy the safety, basically you just got to push this thing forward all the way. When it's open, it goes 100%. So, and this is how it works. Blade's open, push safety forward, it's not going anywhere. You can see here that the safety, moves this mechanism here so that the linear lock can't go in, can't push through and the blade won't go in your hand. I think at this point, though, it's really not going to matter even if the safety went, because the blade is so dull, it barely cuts or anything. I tried to do a paper cut test, and I'll show that test again. But yeah, this is one of those blades where you just don't want to get rid of it. You've had it for years. That's pretty much done, and in my case, I've actually retired it. This is actually on my my blade retirement wall, and it's the first blade that I learned how to cut with properly. It's the first blade that I learned how to sharpen with. You can see that I completely mangled the finish. The finish is completely gone. And the weight, I think, weighs in about 6 ounces, around there. So, it's a good weight for a small blade. But the new versions, and I got to tell you, I like the new versions. The new versions, they are coming in at 9.25 inches, if I recall correctly. The blade length is 3.75. This one comes in at, well, now it comes in, I'd say the blade is about 3 inches long, but the usable blade is probably 2.5 inches long. Maybe a little under 2.5 inches. So that might give you an idea about the new blades, or how much bigger they are, how much bigger they are compared to this one. I don't think I wore out that much metal because there isn't that much of a bay area here for the blade to go in. Although, if you do look at it, I don't think I can. You know, I wish iPads came up with lights. But you can see the tip there very, very lightly. You can see the tip, and you can see how much room I got till the end. So maybe, I don't know. I really cannot tell you how long the original blade was. I do know it's never failed me. It's an excellent blade, and if you're thinking about finding a really good non-spring assisted folding knife with a really good safety that's still working to this day, I would highly recommend the CRKT Crawford Kasper. And so yeah, that's it. In my next video, I'll be showing my new everyday carry system. So stay tuned for that, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye bye.